I've got some wedding bits, so I've got stuff around that. Once I've cut them out, I'll run you through them in a bit more detail. I've got some wedding and travel bits. I've got some more little bits about travel and house progress here, and I've got some things about work and more house stuff there. And Casey and Emma have some pretty big goals this year for the business, so I'm not gonna explain them too much because some of them need to be kept a surprise, but there's a lot of things in the pipeline now as we speak for the business that have been in the pipeline since maybe October last year. And Casey and Emma have some pretty big goals this year for the business, so I'm not gonna explain them too much because some of them need to be kept a surprise, but welcome back to the channel. Today is all about goal setting. I am a little late to the party for this, but the start of 2024 has been a wild one already, so I'm only now getting a chance. For me, setting myself up for a successful year is really important, and having goals, aspirations, milestones along the way that I want to achieve is a big part of what KCM Fitness is about, what I'm about on a personal standpoint, and I say only recently, only last year and the year before, started looking into like vision boards and mind maps and all of that kind of stuff to really take my goals a little bit more serious. So I've just pulled down my vision board from last year. So this was it. You'll see, let me move back, this is going to be a bit easier. Where even are we? So this side was all about like business for me. So we've got some business quotes, girl boss, hitting my first financial milestones, all of that kind of stuff. Down the bottom here was the more training related side of things. So I wanted to get a pull up. I did get an unassisted chin up, which I was really happy with. Clean and jerk and snatch and things like that with my Olympic lifting. Down here was more the house kind of things. So I had this photo here was for us to get our downstairs toilet done, get like a little bit of a utility room going on. We wanted to get our front garden done. And then this was all like travel related. So going from the top, I hit every business milestone I'd set last year and more. Like we absolutely flew as a business. Things took a very different turn from May onwards last year to what I had initially set out when I'd done this vision board back in January. So obviously we opened the gym last year. That was never part of the plan for last year. Things progressed. Like my 3 to 5 year plan was to get a gym. It happened in like 4 months. So things were crazy. Training wise, I didn't quite hit the numbers I'd set for my training goals, but I got very close to them. And with all of the changes, with getting a gym renovated and open, the way the gym sort of progressed and how much we took off in the first couple of months, training had to be less of a priority as what it was back in January of last year. So while I got very close to the goals I set, I didn't quite get there, but I'm okay with that because there was a reason for it. Then household stuff, utility room was done, even though we had 2 leaks in there. We got there in the end. We haven't put a door on it yet, but other than that it's finished. Front garden was about to be done and then had to go on pause because our roof was leaking, so we now have to replace our roof instead, which is booked in and will hopefully be done in the next couple of weeks. So generally overall happy with the house progress. And then travel wise, I wanted to get back to Dubai last year and do a skydive in Dubai. That didn't happen because when we were supposed to go, I opened the gym instead, so obviously finances went into the gym. But that's okay because we're going to be going this year and I am 110% doing my skydive in Dubai. We wanted to do a lot of exploring, a lot of travelling, like camping related stuff, and I went on a hell of a lot of holidays and trips last year. So it definitely ticked off everything I wanted to achieve in that sense. I just didn't get as much of like the outdoorsy stuff done as what I would have wanted to do, but again, a lot of my time was spent in building the gym, so I didn't have the freedom that I had at the start of last year to do more sort of weekend breaks and things like that. And the camper van is not a priority right now. Last year was something that I put on there because I wanted it to happen around now. I wanted us to have been looking for a van towards the end of last year, but again with the gym changing, that didn't happen. Obviously we got engaged last year, we've just booked the wedding, So camper van is now on pause until the wedding is paid for. So there's a lot of things that happened last year that I wanted to happen, and there was a lot of things where goals sort of changed and progressed to other things. So what I'm going to do now is like pull off everything that's on there. Some of the things that are on there I'm going to keep into like my logo, little like bits like that. The ones that I really like I'm going to keep, and things that are important to me. So like my Olympic lifting and things, that can go now, because the goals I had for them I've more or less achieved. And now that wedding dress shopping is going to be starting in like 9 to 10 weeks for me, my goals are less like performance based and more aesthetic based now. So I'm going to be doing a lot more bodybuilding style training than I was previously, just to be able to get the results that I want. So yeah, just stripping this all off, cutting up all of my new ones, which I'm going to show you now. I've printed them all off ready, which is really exciting. I just need to cut them out, and then we can start like fiddling about with the layout of the gym. So I'm going to get rid of all the ones we achieved last year, the house stuff, that type of thing. I'm going to keep the front garden because we want to do that this year. That's a big thing for us. I'm going to keep the camper van too, because even though it's not something we want to do just yet, it's on pause for the wedding, it's definitely like a big part of having freedom for me. So a lot of my motivation with training and business and everything that I do is being able to live the life I want to live and do the things I want to do and not feel restricted in any sense. And travel's a big part of that. For me, my childhood was growing up camping, so having the freedom to just get up and go is huge for me. So this is what I have now. I'm excited. Okay, so I've got some wedding bits. So I've got stuff around that. Once I've cut them out, I'll run you through them in a bit more detail. I've got some wedding and travel bits. I've got some more little bits about travel and house progress here. And I've got some things about work and more house stuff there. So ultimately, like, to sum up this year for me, now our priority is mainly wedding prep and saving, as well as getting the house done. We want to be in a position where once the wedding's sort of paid for, the house is more or less finished, so we can go on our honeymoon, have a good time relaxing, and we're not going home thinking, oh my god, we've got like all of the house to finish renovating and to do and all of that kind of stuff. So we really want to get a lot of the house done, but obviously wedding prep is top priority. And KCM has some pretty big goals this year for the business, so I'm not gonna explain them too much because some of them need to be kept a surprise. But there's a lot of things in the pipeline now as we speak for the business that have been in the pipeline since maybe October last year, and things are now starting to fall together. So fingers crossed, in the next couple of weeks we're going to be able to give you a bit of an update on them. I'm gonna get these cut out and I'll be back. Okay, everything's cut up. I need to like lay it all out, and I have no idea. This is where I really struggle. I'm just not creative in that sense at all, which I'm hoping I'm going to work on because we're doing all of our wedding decor ourselves. So I need to practice my creativity. So this is just the perfect start. I did it! Okay, so let's start from the top. I'm going to try peeping as well. So we've got our travel bits right to the top here. Again, we're gonna hopefully be getting to Dubai this year. So we want to do that, and I'm very much work, travel, save, repeat. I want to be working hard, I want to be doing lots of travel, and I'm going to be doing lots of saving for the wedding. So I thought that was quite perfect. Down the bottom, this is like my wedding corner. I probably need to add some more bits to this, but this was just like the immediate stuff because I printed all of these out just before Christmas. So I want to get the engagement party sorted. We have a date for that. We've got a band. We need to get all the decorations and things like that done, so we've got some work to do there. Want to get a hen party booked towards the latter half of this year, but before that I need to ask my bridesmaids and maid of honour to be my bridesmaids and maid of honour, so that will hopefully be being done in the next couple of weeks, which I'm really excited about. I want to pick the venue and then obviously get a date. We done that 2 days ago, so they're ticked off already, which I'm really excited about, and I was quite surprised how much I've done already out of the stuff that we've put on there. Down the bottom here I've got like my house section, so front and back gardens being done are like the two big things. Our roof needs to be replaced, so that's on there, and ideally we want to change our front door and we want to get a shed built out the back, but that's going to depend on budget with the wedding stuff that we want too. So being realistic that they may not all happen this year or next year for that matter, but they're definitely stuff that are like immediate things for the house. And then I've got work stuff up in this corner here. Again, the quotes that I love I've put back on. Girl boss, keep working hard, don't stop, we're on the road to success. The business is doing really well at the moment, but it's not where it needs to be. Like financially want to be in a position to give back to the business, to be investing heavily in new gym kits, new systems, all of that kind of stuff, and obviously to do that we need to make the money first. So there's sort of like some financial goals for me for the year. So this is my overview of 2024, and that is it, just like that. My goal setting is done. There's definitely things that I'm going to add to this, but this is now going to sit on top of my bookshelf. You can't see, but it's going to sit right up on the top shelf. So that every day when I'm in the office working, it's just that reminder. It's there all the time, like these are your goals, keep working hard, keep pushing, and you will achieve them. We kind of showed that by assessing last year. So if you've never done a vision board, I definitely recommend. How I started mine was coming up with like the main topics I wanted to work on this year. So for me it was travel, business, wedding and house. They were like my 4 big things. And then I broke it down into what I want to achieve within those, and then printed off some pictures to give me that mental reminder all of the time. I love doing this as well. It's really nice to, while it is helping me personally and from a professional standpoint with the business, it's also nice to not have such strict like work to do and things like that. So yeah, I'm very excited. 2023 is going to be a good year. I'm excited. Don't forget, as always, like and subscribe to the channel, and you're going to be seeing a whole lot more of me now because YouTube is back.